Let's talk about a little thing called the Constitution. Many of you know that Republicans constantly brand themselves as constitutional conservatives. We defend the founding principles. We protect liberty. The Constitution is the ultimate authority. We are on our knees for the Bill of Rights until it gets in the way. And then suddenly the Constitution is very inconvenient. Let me show you this. We have Republican Congressman Buddy Carter responding to Democratic demands about warrants. What about warrants? Due process, law and order. Let's do things the right way. And it's just not convenient to do the constitutional thing if you're Buddy Carter.
But some of the demands that the Democrats have put forth, we're not going to be able to obtain that. We can't have a warrant every time. And ICE is so important, and I support.
Think about that for a second. ICE is going to do what ICE is going to do. We can't have a warrant every time. That is not a little bureaucratic detail. That's the Fourth Amendment. The Constitution requires warrants based on probable cause before searches and seizures. It's not a suggestion, it's the rule. So when a Republican says we can't have Democrats, pesky Democrats want warrants every time, what he's really saying is constitutional rights are getting in the way of what he and Trump and Republicans want to do. And that is a massive revelation that shouldn't come as a shock. I have a whole chapter in my book, The Echo Machine, about how it's fine to talk about our philosophical principles, but that there is no point in wasting time arguing about it with these right-wingers because their stated principles go flush right down the toilet as soon as they become inconvenient. Real constitutionalism is not about defending rights when they are convenient. It's about defending them when they are inconvenient. It's really inconvenient to carry out this deranged deportation scheme by ICE to get a warrant every time. But we're going to do it because that's what the Constitution says. Rights exist to restrain government action, to slow things down. They create friction. They force having to justify what you were doing. The founders didn't design a system for maximum efficiency. George W. Bush once, what was that thing Bush said? It would be a lot easier if I was dictator or something like that. Do I even have it here? I think I do.
China.
No, that's not it. What you are seeing is the opposite mindset here. The Constitution is a tool. If it's convenient, we will talk about it or allude to it, especially if it supports our goals. Then it's really sacred. When it restrains our goals, we're not so big on it. That is not constitutional conservatism, my friends. That is situational constitutionalism. Historically, that's how civil liberties get eroded. It doesn't usually start with a leader who goes, I'm flushing the Constitution. It starts with arguments about what's practical, what's convenient, the rules are too slow, the threat is too urgent, the safeguards are too burdensome. We can't follow the process every single time. And you heard this after 9/11 to justify the expansion of surveillance. Much of the post 9/11 surveillance state was couched in some of the same kind of authoritarian rhetoric that we've heard around the world. We need to be more efficient. The cost, of course, is liberty. Now, there's a deeper contradiction here as well. The same political movement that warns constantly about government overreach, you got to be careful. They're going to make you get vaxxed and all of this other stuff. They're going to put cat litter boxes in your kid's school bathroom, and kid goes to school a boy, comes back a girl, all this. They're overreach threats everywhere. They say government is dangerous and untrustworthy, but they also say we're not going to get warrants every time. Just let us do whatever the hell we want. So that tension reveals their real priority. It's not government power or the restraint of it. It's simply, do we get to do whatever we want? That's all that they really care about. Now, the Constitution represents a different philosophy. I don't consider myself a constitutional conservative. I consider myself a pragmatic progressive. Pragmatic progressives also care about the Constitution, but we care about it not only when it's convenient or inconvenient. The Constitution assumes power can be dangerous no matter who holds it. And so the limits are universal. They're not, well, we might do the limits or we might not. Once rights are subject to political convenience, they stop being rights. They're privileges granted by whoever is in power. That's not the way it was designed. So this is how democracies weaken, not with like a single dramatic moment. Nobody said the Constitution's gone. As I said, if you look it up, we've got a First Amendment there in black and white. We've got a Second Amendment. We've got a Fourth Amendment. But are they actually being respected is a different question. And as these principles get redefined and squished and prodded like Play-Doh into a hole, you are going to be able to hear increasingly ridiculous justifications for why in this scenario, it's just not, we love the Constitution, but in this scenario, it's not convenient. We're going to go a different direction. We love the Bill of Rights, but over here, these couple amendments, when we're trying to do this other thing, not really very convenient for us. And as that happens, you get a death of 1,000 cuts against what was supposed to be almost like a sacred text to them, the Constitution. Thanks for watching. Check out another one of our videos and make sure to subscribe so YouTube keeps our content in your feed. And if you prefer audio, subscribe to the podcast on Spotify or Apple.